Hi guys, welcome to another episode of today's show. Yeah, hi guys,
What's up?
how's it going? Yep. So today we'll just go straight in. We have what I want us to discuss today is evolution of a ball playing goalkeeper. Um, I don't know, like you guys have, I don't know, you must have seen lately how the trend is moving towards ball playing goalkeeper, a goalkeeper that can use both feet in some cases, or at least use his feet. We've seen it in so many teams right now, from Man City, Man U, Liverpool, Real Madrid. A lot of teams are leaning towards ball playing goalkeeper, and I don't know. Personally, I just wanted us to discuss this because I wanted to know what your opinions are about this because, like you guys know, primarily the job of a goalkeeper is just to keep the ball out of the net. But the way it's moving now, it's more like most coaches kind of have this criteria. They want like an extra man on the field to make the build up play and all that. So, um, yeah, let's just dive straight into it. What do you guys think? Um, before, I think the first question is, what do you think about the idea? Do you think it's really needed? Like, do you think the squad really needs a 12th man like a ball playing goalkeeper, or do you think it's just
Go
it's not a
first.
big deal? Yeah.
I think it's just like literally just like evolution. Right. You have to look at the direction the world is going. Right.
Mhm.
Uh, so right now the game is evolving. This was not a thing. I think this all started with Manuel Neuer, if I'm correct. Right. Like when he became that sweeper goalkeeper. So now he's like an extra man in defense. He comes out, clears, comes out, pass to the next guy, withdraws. But I think now they're taking it to another level, right? So for me, I think there is a balance in the middle, right? Which is like I like the idea of allowing the goalkeeper to be involved. It does two things, right? It gives you an outlet to be able to come out of a jam. That's one, right? Then two, it keeps the goalkeeper actually engaged. We've seen games where the goalkeeper is just is there for 5 minutes, no engagement, and they play a shot and it's a goal. Like the only save they had to make just because they were not involved in the game at all. They were not involved with the flow, with the things happening because their team was dominating, right? Um, so I like the idea. I just want to my fear is just that because let me just go to an example straight. I'm an Arsenal fan, right? We literally switched our goalkeeper this season, bringing in David Raya, and some point I will see Raya come all the way out of the box to spread the defense. I'm like, please, what is going on here? What are we doing? And if you check the second match day of the Champions League against Lens, he came out like that, threw a wrong pass, and could not recover, and they scored. Right, and we've seen variations of that, right? So I like the idea because it kind of helps you create a platform to draw in the other team and build on. And Arsenal has done it plenty of times, like bringing everybody. They think they have you in a corner. You play back to your goalkeeper. He switches to the other side, and you're able to press them and just go at their own goalkeeper. So I like the idea. I just want it to be at a level where it doesn't become ridiculous.
All right.
But
I mean,
yeah,
what do you think?
I want to react to that. I mean, call me old school, but I'm not a big fan of a ball playing goalkeeper.
Man, you
I mean,
fan.
the idea, no, it's
But you have a
not
ball. But you
that.
have a ball playing goalkeeper.
Yeah,
You
but
don't
I'm
like
not a
him.
Like
fan.
now.
You don't like
But I'm
him.
not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. So the idea in itself is not a bad one, but I don't think every team should play that way. That's the problem I have with the whole idea of ball playing goalkeeper. Every team wants to play that way, and not every team should play that way. One and two.
not every team has players that can actually take balls from goalkeeper, and I see teams trying to force this, and that's where the problem actually resides for me. Case in point, Manchester United. I don't think Manchester United is ripe enough to be playing with with that kind of goalkeeper. A lot of people put the blame on David De Gea. Oh, he doesn't join the team in passing. He doesn't serve very well. He's not the 12th man, or so to say. But the problem is we also have defenders that can't do anything with the ball. I can't really remember which game. I think it was Bournemouth game or something like. They passed out from the back. They took the ball from the defender, and the commentator kept saying, "Oh, why would he pass out there?" Yeah, I think it was the defender, maybe Billing or something. I can't remember. He had all the time in the world to do something with the ball. But he kept rolling on the ball and they chased him down, took the ball, they dispossessed him, and they scored. And they kept blaming the goalkeeper. No, that was not the goalkeeper's fault. The goalkeeper passed the ball, it got to you, you did nothing with it. You couldn't make like very fast decision, and they caught. That's what I'm saying. Like those kind of teams, why do they want to play from the back? Because you don't have the personnel to play from the back. Manchester United, same thing. The first game Onana played for United, he was almost halfway in our half, and they played the ball over him into the net. I think that was the first preseason game or so.
Yeah.
Then he has made several mistakes
So
after that, trying to play from the back. Like his
comment.
service is okay. Go ahead,
Yeah,
do that.
so you gave two examples.
Yeah.
So the billing one and the Onana one. The Onana one, I think, yeah, I take that as an example where that makes sense. But the billing one, that could have literally been another defender passing to him. Right? Billing is their DM. So it could have literally been another defender passing to him and he was still messed up. Like, unless you're saying the entire idea of playing the balls back should be discarded, and every time you get the ball, you just have to make sure you're playing up front, which I'm sure that's not what you're saying, right?
No,
Like,
it's not every time you have to do that. There are times where you let me go back to my initial point. It all depends on the kind of players you have. Some players are more comfortable on the ball than others. They don't panic. Even if they have 5, 6 players coming at them, they don't panic. And I think teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, say Manchester City, they have players that are more comfortable on the ball. Like I have a Maguire playing at the centre back for me. I have a Johnny Evans. If you every time they touch the ball, like my blood pressure goes up. Every time they pass to them, my blood pressure goes up, especially at the back. Because I don't trust that they would I don't trust them that they will hold the ball. So if you're not passing from the back with those kind of players, then it just puts me on the edge on every game. And we make mistakes. And there was a time I think that was last 2 seasons ago under Ole or the season before that. I was watching an interview. I've forgotten who the interview was, and he was saying that the strategy was just put pressure on Fred. He was going to lose the ball,
Mhm.
and they will score Man U. And every team knew that, and we kept playing through Fred. So we are
no,
now
so
think
so my pushback is that is the problem not with teams like Man U, teams like Bournemouth
that's what I'm
having those
saying.
kind of players
That's what I'm
rather
saying.
than
Like the idea in itself is not terrible. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
no.
But
So what I'm
not
saying,
every team should play that way.
no, get what I'm saying. This
Yeah.
idea we're talking about is the goalkeeper passing out from the back, not the team passing out from the back. If I'm right,
No,
Yeah,
I, I
that's
I
what I'm
think I
saying.
think
When
I
you
get
pass out from the back, you
from
don't have the players to receive
from
it.
what Ahmed is saying.
Then they end up blaming the goalkeeper. That's what I'm saying.
From what Ahmed
That's
is
what
saying.
everybody did last season with De Gea. He passes the ball out to Fred or someone, then they quickly run into Fred, they take the ball, they score. So look at that horrible pass from De Gea. Not Fred making a mess of that pass.
so what if what's his name? Rashford gets boxed in and send the pass all the way back to Maguire. Should Maguire just kick it back inside or pass to the next person?
Look, he should pass to the next person, like
That's
the
what I'm
closest
saying. Like,
person,
so
which
if
could
they
be a
have
goalkeeper.
No, I'm saying either way,
Yeah.
defense line need to. You have to have a defense line that can pass the ball around and hold it. The question is now whether the goalkeeper should be involved as much as they are right now. Should it be like, okay, once you go back to goalkeeper, you just kick it out? Because I
So
feel
from
like that problem you are saying with the likes of Billing, Maguire, Evans, and the rest of them will persist whether the goalkeeper is booting his own out or not. As long as there's a need for those guys to pass,
So
I
what I'm
won't
saying is this: if you have, like I give an example, say Rashford passes back to Maguire, then Maguire maybe passes to the goalkeeper. If he doesn't trust, or if you think your defenders cannot confidently hold the ball, it's better to just kick it out. Because if you get a keeper involved and they keep passing around, they make mistakes. Most of the time, they blame the goalkeeper for that. Like nobody thinks about, because I watch some games and you see the passing back from the back, be it Arsenal, Liverpool, or Manchester City. They pass the back and you see the way the defender turns with the ball, even with three people on him, then creates that space. And I was just thinking in my head, like, would Maguire have done this? He would have panicked with three people around him, make one horrible pass, and it leads to a goal. And people would think, oh, you shouldn't have passed to him there. But it was a Maguire problem, not knowing the right thing to do with the ball, not being
so
creative on the ball.
you know why I agree with what Ahmed is saying, which is why what I really think about this situation is the idea of a ball playing goalkeeper. I really like it because um, it's kind of encouraging, it kind of helps you penetrate into your opponent and all that. I like the idea, right? Using Onana as an example, right? If you look at the mistakes Onana has made so far in terms of Onana is a perfect ball playing goalkeeper. I looked at some of his highlights back in Inter Milan and the way he was distributing passes and all that. Fine, there were some mistakes here and there. But the kind of defenders he has in that team also matters a lot. If you look at Alisson, for example, when Alisson came as a goalkeeper, we had no Van Dijk. We had just, I think, Matip and Gomez. I can't remember exactly. But you see Alisson making a lot of mistakes, or mistakes from the back happen a lot because the defenders are not confident enough to even, maybe once he distributes pass to them, they don't have the skill sets to actually know what to do with the ball. They
Sometimes they're
panic,
not even
maybe.
well positioned
Yeah,
to show that I won the ball.
exactly. But the moment Van Dijk entered into that team, there was a kind of calm at the back line. It helped Alisson a lot in terms of when he wants to distribute passes. When he wants to distribute passes, he knows that okay, the ball is with Van Dijk. Van Dijk will calm everything down. Things flow the way it should flow. So that's one thing I also think is that if you look at City's match also recently, this guy has this extra calmness inside of him right now. Stones and Gavidol, what's his name? These guys are very calm. It helps Ederson a lot to even make the right passes. But in the situation whereby you have I'm not saying these guys are not good players, but I'm saying they're not confident enough to receive the ball and to do
Yeah,
something with it.
they're average players at best. So
to do
there's nothing bad in
to,
saying it.
to do
Yeah, we
something
know
with
the
it,
good players, we
right?
know the bad players, and
How
I
many
mean,
millions
it's
of
only
dollars?
in football that we try to run away from this kind of thing. In other professions, we call people out for being poor at their job. So if footballers are bad at their
If
job,
if you
let's say,
say okay, why I won't say Maguire is a poor player was because we knew how Maguire was at Leicester. It was exceptional,
yeah,
right?
maybe there was no
And
pressure on him at
if we
Leicester.
look at a lot of players coming to United, they were shit at
Nah.
United. They were shit at United. Immediately they came to United, they became shit. Bruno Fernandez right now is shit. If you agree or
So
not,
are you
But
saying Manchester United is the reason why Maguire is always so
I would
slow?
the
I
question
would
is, why is
I
it
would say
happening?
why is it like that at Man U?
It's because the pressure is different. Like the
It's
pressure,
not.
we keep buying bang, bang.
Is
It's
everybody
only
affected by the
Manchester United
pressure?
that has pressure in the entire world.
Exactly, exactly.
Because
Well,
I
they
don't
That's why
they
I'm shying
can't
away from saying that he's
they
a
can't
bad
handle
player.
the pressure. So that's the problem.
If
talk
you
about Man U again in this session.
Yeah, I mean, let's
yeah,
just not
let's move away
digress
from
and
Man
go
U.
back to
But,
Let's move away
what
from
we
Man U.
discussed.
But what I'm trying to say is the idea of a ball playing goalkeeper makes perfect sense. Now it helps goalkeepers also because if you look at Alisson in the last 2-3 seasons, Alisson has maybe like 3 assists, 1 goal. Like which is weird for a keeper to have, like they have assists now, they kind of throw the ball like kick the ball to an extent whereby
But they've been
the
doing
striker.
that, but that's not
No,
new.
Exactly,
Chila,
like
Chil,
play to the strength
Chilavet,
of your team. I
Chil,
remember
Chil,
Van der Sar
Chilavet,
used to do
Chilavet
that
has
with
been doing.
me.
If you remember this Paraguay goalkeeper and also this
Yeah,
Brazilian goalkeeper, what's his
yeah.
name?
Roger Rossini had one over 100.
Rodrigo Seni. Rodrigo Seni has a lot of like almost 100 goals, right? This thing has been ongoing for a very long time. But
Of
the
course,
kind
those
of
ones are penalties and
Yeah, and
free
all that.
kicks, yeah.
but I'm saying that remember, it's even your team, Liverpool, Reina. Reina used to get the ball and just kick it to the guy
Yep.
from the,
Yeah, Van der Sar used to do it back
yeah, they used to
then
do it.
with
It's not a new
Rooney,
thing
and
for a
yeah.
goalkeeper to kick the ball for out.
So just play
And
to the strength of your team.
and
Don't
come
you don't need to don't have to
But
play
if you realistically, if you look at it, the few people that are doing that have ball playing goalkeepers are mostly the top teams. If you look at it,
sadly.
most top
not
teams.
really.
If you look at
Because I
Real
know,
Madrid,
Well,
Brighton is
Tiba,
doing it
which
at
team
a
is doing
very
it?
high level.
you just need the players that can execute that. Players that are not
Yeah,
panicking around the
it's
ball.
about the execution.
Yeah.
So
So
it's like Arsenal now. We do it a lot, right? And we get it. We do it. Now Raya had a couple of issues this season. I don't know, because I think in his head he's trying to show something. I feel like he's trying to show that I'm better than Ramsdale, so I have to take it. I have to take it to another level, right? Like so, Ramsdale can pass his ball around, so me I have to do something extra. I have to pass the ball as if I'm a midfielder, and it's messing up. Really, I really want him to either calm down or go back to the bench and allow Ramsdale to come back. But when last season, when we had Rob Holding, to just go back to what Ahmed was saying, when we had Rob Holding stepping in for Saliba, it was a different ballgame, right? It wasn't the same. So and you will see it even the opposing team, right? They would press you the more. Once they smell that there's a weak link between that person, the way the press will be different. That's what they were saying about Fred. They knew that Fred was going to lose the ball and all, right? So, but me, I come down and say, I blame the coach for that, right? Because I feel like if the coach has told Fred that always scan around once the ball is coming to you,
you can't get
don't
what you
don't
want.
take more than 2 touches. No, really, just pass to the nearest guy, keep him moving. I think you can do that. The problem lies in when you want to hold the ball and try and show that you have something that you don't have.
Yeah, try
That's
to
where the
be
problem
what you the kind of player you are not. I mean, trying
Yeah.
to pull a Modric when
And,
you're afraid.
and from what you're saying, it depends on the team, right? When Guardiola came to Man City, he started the whole building process. Got rid of Joe Hart, got in Claudio Bravo,
Bravo,
got
yeah.
defender Mangala, got a bunch of guys, right? And it didn't work out. He saw that these guys can play. Then he got Ederson to replace Bravo. Mangala left the club. Like, I can't remember, there were some other defender. Okay, that time he still had
Otamendi.
Otamendi,
Yeah.
not even Otamendi now. The Belgian guy,
Company.
That company was still there. Was a good guy. He couldn't, he allowed Cancelo to go for, Cancelo and Danilo. I think there was a switch between the two of them. Like,
Yeah.
he worked on that team over time to actually get to where he is right now, right? Laporte was there at some point. He's in Saudi League now. Like, so like, he has the money to move players around, to buy what he wants to buy, to get that perfect system working. Not every team has that luxury, even the big teams.
Yeah.
Like, not that they don't have the money, but they don't give the coaches that kind of leeway. Like, just buy and sell and do until you get a finished product, right?
Yeah.
So I would say that, like you said, the idea really makes sense, and it should stay. I like it. Every team has been doing
it's not going anywhere. I mean, there's no law that says you can't play
I have a question.
2023,
I have a follow-up question for you guys. I mean, like you guys said, it should stay. It's a good idea. What do you think is really what the mistake to keep? If you look at Manuel Neuer, like the amount of mistakes he has made in his career, right? This kind of
it
the
depends
idea.
on the team you play,
crazy
right?
rate.
Like,
No,
you
hold on.
score more goals than the mistakes you make.
Hold on.
Yeah,
That's how you
it's
think
Hold
worth
on.
it. Those kind of
That's
teams.
how you wait.
Hold on. Let me try and ask the question so you get the full picture of what I'm saying. So, for instance, if you look at the way Bayern play, and I've forgotten the name of their second goalkeeper. Bayern is a team that attacks a lot, they score a lot of goals, even without the idea of ball playing goals. When they use their second, they still score a lot of goals. But in a situation whereby, let me give you an example using Liverpool. We played Leicester. Alisson made a very great mistake. He made a faulty pass. Jamie Vardy scores 2 seasons ago. It puts an extra pressure on the team in the sense that we're looking for a particular goal. And if it doesn't come, then even what's the essence of having a goalkeeper that can actually just handle the ball, send the ball back, keep the ball out of the post? What I'm trying to say here is not all the time. Fine, everybody thinks the idea of if you have a ball playing goalkeeper, it means there's a lot of teams actually play with the ball playing goalkeeper, but they don't execute that particular formation that triggers. I don't know if you get what I mean. Fine, you have a ball playing. What did you say?
So let me explain the reason why teams are going for it, right?
Mhm.
Let's take an example now. Let's say Man City
Use Real
playing.
Madrid. Use Real Madrid as an example. Thibaut Courtois is also a ball playing goalkeeper.
No, but Real Madrid doesn't really play that style.
Yeah, it doesn't really rely on that style.
Exactly the point what I wanted to bring out, that a lot of teams are using that ball playing goalkeeper, but not all the teams are using that formation to draw players.
No, but what I'm saying is it now depends on you, right? Like the whole idea is that drawing the team out, right? So like if we are moving it around, they get excited, like, oh, they might make a mistake, and like 5 players are rushing to try and mark different people, and eventually you're able to pass it around
In
and
this
break
space,
that 5. Now you have like 7 players going against the remaining 5. Do you understand? So because sometimes the focus is that, oh, we're about to get this, but everybody's trying to rush. They're not thinking about the defense. Then your own player can run behind, you can take the ball over. Like different things can happen. Especially when you have midfielders like Partey plays like that a lot of times. I'm trying to see teams that have those kind of midfielders. So okay, once I can get this ball from here and penetrate through this line of pressing to this guy, I'm able to move forward. And it's a very good goals have come out of that in a lot. So teams will evaluate how many goals, how many errors from this do we concede from, and how many goals from this do we get. Right. So if your team knows that, oh, there's so many errors, like or ridiculous ones,
I mean, it's a
I get
trade-off
it.
decision, so you have to know. Yeah.
Mistakes can happen, but there are some that are just ridiculous. Unana's one was very ridiculous. What was it doing
so
in that point?
that brings me to the point. I don't want, I want to shy away from using Onana or Manchester United as an
But it's
example.
the latest one.
No, because it
it's
kind of
fresh in our memory.
no. The reason why I don't want to use it is because it kind of makes us drift towards
Okay,
talking about
use
Manchester
Raya.
United, right?
Use David Raya against Lens.
The reason why I'm saying this is because, okay, fine, the idea draws players out and everything, right? But when you have these goalkeepers whereby they make mistakes once in a while, like, okay, first game there's a mistake, don't you think it kind of affects also the confidence of the player? Because if you look at Ronaldo, sure, I don't want to use Ronaldo, but if you look at him right now, when he was at Inter Milan, the way he distributes ball is way different from the way he's doing it right now. Because over time he has made 2, 3, 4 different mistakes, and it's affecting his confidence. Sometimes he doesn't even want to, because of the kind of players he's playing with. No, I agree, right? But I'm saying that if the coach understands, based on what you said earlier, you said it's the fault of the coach, right? But if the coach understands that this guy is making a lot of mistakes with this kind of the style that we're playing right now, identify what the problem is. It keeps affecting his confidence. What I'm just trying to say is, don't you think when goalkeepers make mistakes from these things also, it also affects their confidence?
I mean, any mistakes they make, like, it will definitely affect them. But how, as a professional footballer, I don't see it the way I currently see it. I don't think it affects Onana really, because he keeps doing his thing, whether whether you criticize him or not. Even today, I think. Sorry.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What was the last team that won the Premier League without a ball playing goalkeeper?
Maybe
City. Chelsea.
No.
Chelsea was
Chelsea. No, Mendy. Chelsea played Mendy, right? Did they
Yeah.
They
win
didn't
the
win
league
with
that
Mendy.
season? They didn't
I
win.
don't
They
think
didn't win
Mendy
with
was
Who
a
was
Mendy.
top
Mendy?
playing goalkeeper, right?
No, they
The
didn't.
last
They
time
didn't win
Chelsea
with
won
Mendy.
was am I making? Chelsea won after after
I mean,
Mourinho.
that's to also be
Champions
Man
League. It was
City,
Champions League
really.
they won. No,
Or
they won
Leicester.
with Conte. They won with Conte, right?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's
Yeah.
They
as
won,
you have to go back to Leicester City,
Leicester City.
right? And when you come away from there, you probably go to Man U, right?
Yeah.
Because the Chelsea teams, I think was one of the reasons they play from the back too. Kepa was making some. Who was their goalkeeper in 2015? Was
Chelsea's
it still
goalkeeper.
Shaq?
Chelsea's
Yeah.
goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
2015. 2015. Who's the goalkeeper
Okay, I
in
know Czech
2015?
already went there. Then they did
They were using this guy. What's his name? What's this guy's name?
country.
Wow. Was Courtois.
Oh, Thibaut
Courtois. Yeah,
Courtois.
Courtois.
Was
Yeah,
Thibaut
Courtois.
Courtois. So do you understand
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So he was good with his feet. He was helping them to pass the ball
yeah,
out. So
yeah.
you literally have to go to Leicester City, and before that, maybe the Man U teams. So the point is this: if the teams that are using, and it doesn't have to be like, oh, Man City won 5 in the last. I don't care. I'm going by team every year. The teams that have been winning the Premier League are the teams that actually play out of the back.
I mean, one
You understand my point? So we have to respect that style.
Yeah, I
So what
mean,
about the Champions League?
I don't have
What
any
about the
problem
Champions League?
exactly. I was going to say that we have other competitions we
What about
also need to
Champions League?
look
Yeah.
at.
So
Like
let's
for some teams, their focus is just probably to win the League Cup, to win the FA Cup, and if they have strategy, let's say you have fast players, for example, and you have a goalkeeper that can serve, like make long serve from the back, that you don't have to pass out from the back, and you're able to do that effectively. Play to your wings, they can chase down the ball, outrun the defender, then score goals. Why do you need to go play from the back?
Ball playing
Why? Like,
goalkeeper.
it's
so
attractive, it
there's the
looks good,
why.
but
The
not
why is
every team has to play that way.
the coach. If the coach, we were talking about in our earlier session, we were talking about the style of each coach, right? Coaches bringing what they do. Like Klopp now. Klopp is not Guardiola, right? So Klopp expects a little bit of playing out of the back, but it's not like they do it with a Guardiola's team.
Yeah, they don't.
You understand what I'm saying?
do it, yeah.
So every coach have their way. So if what I know how to do, Arsenal is doing it because Arteta is a student of Guardiola.
But you
That's
still
it.
need the personnel. That's my own point. You still
I
need
agree.
the
No, I agree.
right
I agree.
players.
I'm just saying that. So this idea of why do you have to? So what the coaches should be doing is okay. Let me get the right personnel. Let me train. Because for example, to some extent, Pep probably trained John Stones, right? To part of that system. Because I don't think John Stones was
not that kind of player.
Was not that kind of player.
Yep.
You understand? But now he's that kind of player. Do you get my point? So I feel like the coaches, based on these coaches, we are seeing them now, but they didn't just start coaching yesterday. They've been coaching for a while before coming to the big stage. So there's a style they are used to. There's what they know that, oh, this is how I play. This is what works. In every sport, that is how it is. So for most of them, they're just trying to bring that imprint and say, okay, at this stage, how can I bring that to fruition? So, like I'm telling you, for me, I think the difference is just the balance between, not doing it at all and becoming extremely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't want to do it at all, it's totally fine. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I
if
know
you don't want to do that, you can still be successful without.
Don't you guys
I
think?
feel like you can still be successful. I mean, football has always been like, there are times you pass from the back. Even when we play FIFA and all that, there are times you scan for danger and you decide that, oh, I'm not playing it short. I'm playing long this time.
That should
And
still
yeah,
be
we've
there.
always been doing that. That will definitely be there. So, but for me, I think that should be the last icing on the cake. You have a team that is compact, that can score a lot of goals, always know how to outscore the opponent. So when you make one or two mistakes at the back, it doesn't count in the grand scheme of things. Unlike a team that is struggling to score, I'm going to say it again, like United, struggling to score every game, now trying to play from the back. Every mistake counts. Every mistake they make. That's the problem I have with some teams trying to do that. Not every team can do it. You need the personnel. It should be the last icing on the cake. And there's one more thing that I'm worried about always thinking everybody should, how do I put it? Like, there was a point you see defenders on team of the week because they score goals. I don't think we should be losing sight of the primary job of specific wings. Defenders are supposed to defend. You need to defend well before you can be on like team of the season.
I
You need
think
to
I
be a
think
good goalkeeper. You need to make saves
I
before you
think
can. So
that
you can't say
particular
because I know how to pass, but I'm shipping in goals, then I'm a good keeper. You can't be a good goalkeeper that way.
So I doubt
yeah, I
that.
can go first.
I doubt that a team that maybe got 3 goals scored on them with the defender scoring 1 and they won 4-3. I doubt that such a defender will be part of team of the week.
No, that's no. What I'm
That's
saying
what I'm
is
saying.
like
So
that
most
should
of
not
the time,
even.
what you're
That
talking
shouldn't
about,
be. Yeah.
they probably kept a clean sheet, so that is already there. But the icing on the cake is not that they scored, because what is the primary objective of playing the game of soccer? It's to score, not to
To
defend.
win, struggles and win.
It's to score, right? So
Yeah.
if we win a game 2-0 and the defender scored, they should get props for
Yeah, they
that.
should be. Of course,
Do you
it
understand?
should. They
So,
should be
but
on
the
the
thing is,
squad.
they just messed up, committed 2 penalties, and now scored 2 goals, and
So what I'm saying
that's the
is,
problem.
you see other teams like say other games. I'm talking about let's say team of the week, for example, in the Premier League.
Mhm.
You see other
Guys, don't
teams
let us
maybe they
don't
play
let us drift
goalless
away.
0-0
Don't
and
let us
defenders are
drift away
well.
from the topic. We're already talking about defenders now. Don't let us drift away from the
No,
topic.
I'm just trying to give an example. Like now we've been doing that with defenders. Now something like that might come up with goalkeepers that you don't get the
Goalkeepers.
props you deserve until you're able to play with your feet. You understand? The
Yeah,
primary
true.
job itself, making saves, is no longer like, oh, you have to be good at making saves. You just have to be decent at making saves and decent at passing. Then you become a goalkeeper.
True, I agree. Well, one last question I have is: you have 4 defenders. Most teams play with 4 at the back. Can this 4 at the back not do the job of bringing those guys out? Must there be a 5th man?
So
Some teams
it's
even
not
play with
about the
5 defenders.
it's not about the number. It's about the spacing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, like it gets
Yeah.
closer to the goalkeeper that you can actually
Unless
pin.
you are saying
That's
one of the defenders should drop to beside the goalkeeper,
that's where I'm
Yeah.
going to.
that
See,
becomes
that's where I'm
weird.
going to. I'm saying, is it
That
not
would be worse
possible
for me.
is it not possible for a team to play, because like you said, like we established, the job of a goalkeeper is just to keep the ball out of the net. Can't coaches tweak that idea or that formation in a way whereby, I don't know, if you want more spacing, if you want 4 defenders, if you want 3 defenders, is there a way you think, I'm just asking you guys, like, do you think it's possible for even those players to actually do that job instead of bringing the keeper all the way to probably almost to the midfield to distribute? Like, I'm just saying.
No, me, I don't
I mean, the
agree with
midfield thing hardly happens anyway. So that one, so I think it's
some
that the
teams.
keeper's overdoing it.
Yeah.
Some
So
keepers
I
get to
don't
the
agree with
midfield.
the midfield one. The midfield one, like even like I was saying, right? The whole idea is the spacing. So the goalkeeper actually coming out and spreading out like a defender, for me, is ridiculous. I don't like that, right? But the goalkeeper staying in front of their pole and expanding that play so that now they're trying to mark the goalkeeper.
But Akin, looking at it there, the first thing you said is what most goalkeepers are doing now. I don't know if you've noticed.
No,
Give
yeah, I
goalkeepers,
talked about it at the beginning that with Raya, that's what I hated.
yeah,
The fact that he
yeah,
would come out of his box and
out of the box,
come
yeah,
just to a defender. That makes no
exactly,
sense to me.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
Arsenal also benefited against Chelsea, right? The Declan Rice goal, like that was a kind of passing from the
That
back.
was
That was
what Sanchez was trying to do.
yeah,
Like,
tried to pass
let me
from
just
the back.
try and thread the needle.
Mhm.
Like,
I
why
mean,
you?
could have just kicked the ball out, and that was the that was the turning point in that game. That was the
Yeah,
turning point.
that was a turning point.
Yeah.
They could have lost that game.
Yeah, they could have lost that game, really.
I mean, crazy.
Yeah.
Because in KTA had a chance, I thought was already in. So that would have been crazy just because of one.
The reason why I asked this question is because if you look at Barcelona with
Mhm.
Ter Stegen, right, he's also a ball playing goalkeeper. He uses his feet a lot, and the way Barcelona plays is they play, the tiki taka style of football, right? In that situation, I don't think you even need a ball playing goalkeeper to even like. It's just like a plus.
It's
These
No,
part
in
of
guys,
that you actually need it there, right? Because
yeah,
that's the system they play.
part of the
If you
system.
can't do it,
You have to
then
do it.
you can't be a
no, no, no,
Barcelona.
no. The reason why I said it is, if you look at their previous goalkeepers, what's the name of this guy?
Who?
What's his name?
Claudio Bravo?
Yeah,
Bravo was not a ball. No,
Valdez,
okay.
right?
Valdez.
Oh,
After Valdez, who came in after Valdez?
Bravo,
Bravo.
Bravo,
Valdez,
right?
Bravo, Mark Ter Stegen.
Bravo. Bravo was not really a ball playing goalkeeper, right?
I think they
But
had
they see this.
Silicon at some point, right? The Dutch goalkeeper.
It
Yeah,
was
they have.
their yeah. It was
Silicon
their
was above Mark Testegen.
yeah.
Was the
Yeah,
same
At
time.
some point, yeah.
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 Testegen was second goalkeeper, and he was coming in always playing better than Silicon. But they now made
The reason why I asked this question is because if you play that style, the tiki taka style that they play, you still see this idea of they still draw players out with that style, right? Now they still have I don't know how to put it. Like, do teams there are other avenues I feel personally that teams can draw your opponent out than using the goalkeeper. But right now the problem is, like Ahmed rightly said, I'm scared because it might be a criteria for goalkeepers now, the way things are going, whereby if you're a goalkeeper and you can't see Ramsdale now. Ramsdale is a good keeper, at least I like him, he's a decent goalkeeper. He can't get into the squad because he can't use his feet. And what is the primary
go and ask Joe Hart. Joe Hart is the perfect example.
yeah, Joe Hart, a very good keeper, but he can't use his feet and he lost his position.
His career just went south from there.
Yeah. So now, if this thing is becoming like a norm for every team, even team that I don't even need it, I don't even know how to use it. That their coach don't even know how to use it. They just want can you use your feet? Can you throw an outside pass? So that's the reason why I'm bringing up this
But that's why
idea
you
that
blame the
Let me
coach. The
say,
coach has to think whether we need that
other
kind of stuff.
ideas,
so
other
let me say
ideas to
one
draw
thing.
opponents.
You can never fight evolution, right? And there's never like a majority of one. So if that is where football is going to, the goalkeepers now, apart from learning how to be a goalkeeper to keep, should learn how to use their feet. And this is my reason. I like using basketball as an example because it's a sport I love so much. There's a difference between the way they play basketball in the 90s to today, right? Now, back in the days, once you are a 7-footer, big guy, you're tall, it works for you. You are almost automatic to some of the leagues. But right now, if you have a big man, you must know how to shoot the three ball. It's the evolution. It's new. It's changing, and you have to go with the change. Football used to be a style before, right? This is how we play. Now it's evolving. Different things are happening. Now, right now, the evolution is that the goalkeeper must be able to use the feet to some extent. Like I said, maybe not letting it go towards ridiculousness should be the focus. But we can't take away from the fact that that is the way people want to play now.
I mean, there was a time everybody was trying to play five from the back. Was it the
Exactly.
Sarri style and all that?
Play with the wing backs, right?
With the wing backs but I mean, it
When you
didn't
think
start
about
the
it now,
test of time and all that. So
which team is using wing back right now?
I mean, some teams still do it.
Which
I
team?
think
Right?
And,
Inter still use it, right?
and it's on a game by game basis, not
I
like
think
every
Inter
game.
still use it.
Inter.
Yeah, I think Inter
Oh,
Milan still
I
uses it.
actually not watched an Inter Milan match in a while.
I think they still use it.
Yeah, I've not watched their
So,
match in a
some
while.
teams
But
still use
majority
it
of the
though.
teams I watch, like you said, maybe game by game, but not
Yeah.
like this is my style.
Mhm.
There are very
So
few
But
you
teams
just want
like
to
that.
play against a
Conte,
specific kind of
that
opponent.
is Conte's style though.
Yes,
Conte,
now
Yeah, that was
that's
Conte,
Conte's
right?
style.
maybe that's why he doesn't have
Conte's
a job
style.
right now. Does he have a job?
I don't know when I have
As
a
far as I
job.
can remember, he doesn't have a job.
That's Conte's style. The last job he had was at Tottenham, right? I think he came to Tottenham and he
Yeah,
left.
I think that was the last job he had. So, So I think we just have to just figure it out like, okay, this is where football is right now. And there's a reason why it's at this point. So players now need to evolve. If you are getting paid, think about it now. We all live in this world. The average person, how much are they paying you? So if someone is getting paid, and sometimes when we were younger, we used to play football in school and all that. Spend hours and hours and hours of playing football. How much do you get paid for it? So if
Nada.
you are getting paid 5 million a year to play football, then
So
you
you
should
have to
learn
improve your skills.
learn
Yeah,
whatever you need to learn. It's not a big deal.
yeah.
I think every single person that has ever played football in this life, from goalkeeper, the first thing you learn is how to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Right? That's the first thing you learn. So they should just
One
learn
last
and just
question.
be better.
One last question from me. So, what do you guys think? A goalkeeper that can use his hands, that can make saves? We rather have a goalkeeper that can use his hand, make saves, prevent goals, like make crazy saves, or a ball playing goalkeeper that's not really good with his hand?
Why
Who
will
do
I
you have in
want
your squad?
goalkeeper?
That question is not complete. Let me just
That's
put it
like
here.
asking me, will I want
No,
Giroud
no,
to
no, 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 no. Because okay, for instance, let me give you an example, right? If you have Ramsdale now, Ramsdale is good with his hands. He can keep, right. And
score with his feet?
Raya, no, I'm coming from Raya is better. Raya is better than him with his feet, right?
Mhm.
And you have Raya that makes
Allegedly, because
let's
I've not
just
seen.
say let's just say okay, Raya is better than him with his feet, and you see some kind of balls like maybe an outside shot whereby you think and you know that if it was Ramsdale that was in this situation, he will at least punch his ball, and this guy is allowing these balls go into the net, but at least he's using his feet. You are still scoring goals. Will you prefer that kind of goalkeeper? It's just a
No,
question.
Well, if I have
no,
a team that
100%.
scores a lot of goals, I might consider it. Like if it contributes to getting me more goals than we are conceding, I'll
Mhm.
definitely go for it. Like you have a keeper that serves very well, passes very well, and we're able to attribute some of our success up front to his ball playing ability. Like say we scored 50 goals this season, we can confidently say, oh, Raya contributed to 20 directly or 15 because of the way he passed. And they considered 5 from mistakes that he made trying to play from the back. I think that the benefit outweighs the cost in this
Using
case.
David De Gea as an example, you guys
That's my
had De
point.
Gea. He was
Yeah,
really good with his hands, right? He saved you guys a lot. A lot of that.
yeah.
I think De Gea single-handedly saved Man U. Like
Last season, he had the highest clean sheet in the Premier League last season. So,
Yeah.
yes. So now you have Onana. You are not scoring.
oh,
You
na,
are still
na,
using
na,
ball.
na.
You are using
No,
ball
but like,
ball playing goalkeeper. Ball playing goalkeeper. What's the point?
so let's
For me, that was a mistake. Like,
no. So
I
it's
think,
a mistake,
yeah.
not because. So I'm trying to say that the mistakes Onana has been making maybe has not just been about the fact that he's a ball playing goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's about that the team is not ready for that kind of play.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
De Gea is a better. You even see some balls we be saying the
I mean, look at the Champions League game against Galatasaray. Like 2 of the goals, my grandma will have kept 2 of them out. Like
I'm
really.
the same.
but those kind of goals, as of people have also scored those kind of goals against the gear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has
once
made mistakes like that,
what
but
we are saying
very
is
very
okay,
little.
we let the gear go because we are bringing a ball play. Now we can't do the
No,
ball
no,
playing. Now we can't save.
let me explain what I'm saying.
You can't
Yeah.
do both.
I feel like it's, and I understand what you're saying. Yeah, the gear should have gone. I think he's still world class now. But I don't want to judge Unana 100% right now, right? Because one, it's the sample size is not a lot yet, and the gear had made a lot of mistakes too.
Yeah, but with these same kind of players, with the same set of players
Yeah.
that De Gea was making mistake with, so we
Mhm.
can't really place it on Odana and De Gea.
So get what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
let's take it this way. If you have two goalkeepers with the same goalkeeping ability, right? Then one can use his left foot a lot, and one cannot. Which one will you go for?
I
Of
mean, the
course,
one with the extra
the one
advantage,
that
right?
can
Right?
use his foot.
So that's what my argument now is that let's give Onana a little bit of time and
But
see
for what
whether,
we have seen so
because
far,
when he was in Ajax Inter, he was making crazy saves too. Their highlights you can go and see. He was making crazy saves, and he even still
I
make
mean,
crazy.
even today, like it could have been
You understand what
5
I'm saying?
from what I
there
heard
was
today.
one
Like
ball
he
that
had zero
Grealish
mistake.
Grealish almost
Yeah.
scored that he punched
Do,
out the
do
Grealish
you
shot.
understand? He had zero
And I
mistake.
saw the header
So
from
if eventually, if you look at
Alan.
it over 1 year, we are like, okay, there were, yes, it was shaky at the beginning, but it's actually very good. He's making all these ridiculous saves, but he can use his leg more than the gear. Maybe they made the right decision. It's a younger
Well,
goal.
I think I should try to think about this topic in isolation and not
Now, mind you,
thinking
yeah.
without other Manchester United
And,
problems
and
because
and I have to say one thing. From our next episode next week, or we must make a deal that I will not mention Man U as an example.
oh, you wouldn't
I
want to make
mean,
Man U as an example. Like
I mean
Man
it's
U is the
difficult.
best
I mean it's
example
difficult because they
of
have all the
many things
problems in
that
the world
would
right
happen.
now.
Well,
They have all the
Chelsea is worse
problems in the
than Man
world. I
U, so
mean,
use Chelsea as an example.
Yeah, but maybe if
And
you have
yes,
a Chelsea
they just made the
person,
mistake that we're talking about, but
maybe if you have a Chelsea person, it will have been easier to bring in Chelsea also into the.
we're allowing your passion to
Oh, definitely. Those are easy examples for me because I watch them and
Oh
me.
my god!
I mean, they are easy examples to bring up.
It's
Yeah.
okay. I
But
think it
me,
was a
the,
good
the, the
question.
the question I asked was still based on if you have a ball playing goalkeeper that is not as good as the other goalkeeper you have with his
Making
hands.
saves.
Yeah, will you rather pick a goalkeeper that
I would
First,
definitely go for saves. That's the
save
Premier
that can be
League club.
over.
you go for
I don't
what?
think there's any coach
You go
in
for
the
what?
world. I don't think there's any
Making
coach in the
saves.
world that would choose
Saves.
feet over saves.
So what are we saying? So it at the end, the primary what we
We are
want as
saying
a
chicken
coach.
and then
So, Luigi, so it's looking at it like this, like, okay, let's say you are a web developer, for example, you know how
Mhm,
to use your basic technology and everything. You have that additional skill
mhm,
of, say, you're a web developer, but you also know how to do mobile. So if I
yeah.
have two applicants, they are both skilled at
Of course, I
doing
get what
web
you're saying.
development, but
Hmm.
one has that extra skill experience
But
with doing mobile. Okay,
the example I'm giving right now, both of them, one is better than one in one aspect. Nobody has extra
okay,
skill. That's what I'm saying.
Fair
yeah,
Of
you
enough.
course, if
definitely
Nobody
want.
would take, nobody
I just
would
wanted
take
to,
it.
I just wanted to know what you guys think. If
Like,
you
what's the point
prefer,
of playing with your leg
Because,
if you can't
because
make
think
sense?
about it, right? We just
What's,
give an example.
what's
Joe
the
Hart, Claudio Bravo. Bravo was really good. Was really good, was messing up with the feet. They brought in
yep,
Ederson, which is a better goalkeeper. In
mhm,
terms of saves, Ederson is better than Bravo,
yep.
right? There's there's a school of thought that believes that in terms of saves, Ryan is better than Ramsdale, right?
No,
I've not
a
seen it, but
lot
there's a
of
school
people
of thought
say it right now in the Brazilian national team. Alisson Ederson, right? A lot of people say Alisson has better saves. He makes better saves than Ederson, but Ederson is better with his feet.
that. Mm-hmm.
But the Brazilian national team still goes with Alisson all the time. Like 80% of the time, Alisson is their number
Because
one
they
goalkeeper.
don't play that style. They don't play 70% of their 20% of their football in front of the defense.
Yep.
It's teams that play that style that literally like it's a style. We want to start from here to
Mm-hmm.
draw that line in so that we can go behind them. Do you understand? The Brazilians don't care. Like just put the ball out, let's play. We can get the ball anywhere. Vinicius can dribble a couple of people. Neymar, Rodrigo, they can do all their things. They don't play that style.
Yeah,
That's it.
what I'm also saying is, I think finally it depends on the coach also that determines what kind of keeper he will use. Because I mean, if you
Yeah.
don't play that style, I would rather go with a keeper that can use his hands than using a keeper that will use legs. So yeah, I think
And a good
it's something.
example is like the English national team.
Mhm.
They're still using Pickford now, right? They didn't
That
switch
guy
to
is
Ramsdale that can use his feet and all that. They didn't switch. And I felt like even last season, Ramsdale has been making more saves than Pickford, but they still didn't switch.
Pickford is horrible. He makes a lot of like I mean, I watch Everton games, like he makes a lot of
God.
mistakes, and I don't know why
But that's my
Rams.
point, right? So it comes down to the coaches and the style they want to play, right? So
Okay, I think
I
it's
don't know.
something we should be
Yeah.
on the lookout for because, like you said, um, it's evolution, right? I'm just scared that you get to a point whereby if you're a goalkeeper and you can't use your feet, then they start judging you in the type of way. Um,
This has
maybe
been a
now
good
they'll soon start thinking goalkeeper should start having assists or something like that. I don't know
I mean,
because
start counting it as part of a skill a goalkeeper
yeah,
should
how
have
many
as
assists do you have? Yeah,
you have
some
in a
goalkeepers are
season.
having goals already, and
Uh,
2 seasons ago, Alisson scored a corner kick like he headed the ball into the net. Those kind of little additions. Maybe that's what some coaches will be looking at. Oh, this guy maybe in the end of the game, 94th minute, we need a goal. He's someone that is tall enough that can actually knock the ball into. Like,
If
you don't
you
need all
if
those
you
things.
think
You have
about
11 players already that can do all those things in 90 minutes. They did not do it. Now, you have, depending on the goalkeeper, to come and do it for you.
sports, just like any other highly talented work sphere, you would expect them to. If you could get a goalkeeper that can assist and do every other thing, you prefer that goalkeeper to what we have right now. If you get a goalkeeper that can carry the ball, dribble all the 11 players on the field and go and score, you prefer that goalkeeper to what we have now.
Yeah,
It's a.
see,
Do you get my point? So
I get
so
what
it's
you're
like
saying.
that.
I get what you're
Everybody
saying.
can. If not, they should come and
If
get me to
you
come and be the goalkeeper
the,
now.
the reason why
Getting paid
it's not
for money.
the reason why me I don't think it's like that is because everybody has, that's why it's football, it's a team game. Everybody has their role to play, right? You have midfielders to distribute ball, you have defenders to defend the ball, you have strikers to score goals, right? I don't think I need a goalkeeper that can come and do assists when I have 4-5 midfielders that I feel I signed that should be doing that particular job. I should now be the goalkeeper should leave his primary assignment. What he's meant to do, keep the ball.
Yeah,
I should not be
I
depending on one goalkeeper. Do you get what I mean? So that's
yeah.
what me I'm saying that
Yeah.
I don't think
I think we've
we have.
done justice to this topic today.
Oh,
Guys,
whoa, we are 50 minutes already. Wow.
I don't think we can. I don't
thought it
think
was
we
just
can
going to be
do.
20 minutes.
I
By
don't
the
think
yeah,
way,
we can
guys,
do
before we
20
go,
minutes.
you can share your comments and what you think about what we're saying.
yeah, your perspective. By the way, before we go, Cagliari and Frosinone played. I don't know whether you saw the game today. Like there were 3 goals down, Cagliari 3 goals at 72 minutes, and they won 4-3. So that was that was some crazy game.
Cagliari who?
And Frosinone,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I didn't see that.
that's Ranieri's team, the Cagliari, Ranieri's team,
Yeah.
and they won 4-3. Yeah,
Cagliari won 4-3.
Well, eventually.
Cagliari 4-3.
You
They
see
were
that
down
Ranieri
3-0.
guy?
Second.
That guy, he does
Yeah.
like ridiculous things sometimes.
So just a fun thing that
One
happened.
I didn't watch that pained me was the Napoli AC Milan game.
AC Milan, 2-2.
Yeah, ended 2-2. But
Mm.
I needed to go out at that point. I really wanted to watch. Even though Victor Osimhen was not playing, but I still wanted.
Yeah.
He didn't play?
He's been injured since the Nigerian game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we'll be back late November. So they're not
Alrighty.
doing well right now.
Well,
Okay,
Alright,
guys.
wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thanks
Leave
to
your
everyone.
comments in the comment section.
See
Let's
you
know what
guys
you think
next
about this
week.
topic. Yep. See you guys next week. Have a great week ahead. Bye, guys.
Bye.